Members of Congress are human. They make mistakes, just like everybody. They make mistakes just like I make mistakes, and you make mistakes. And everybody else makes mistakes, and the media makes mistakes, and corporate America makes mistakes, and Michael McDonald makes mistakes. See? Their Congresscritters are human. They're supposed to make mistakes. That's what makes them human beings. Now see, Anthony Weiner makes mistakes. He's allowed to because he is a person. And Jeff Davis, everything Jeff Davis does is a big mistake. But you don't see people trying to get him to resign. Now, see, Jeff Davis, he should resign a long time ago. Just because he intentionally makes mistakes. That's what Jeff Davis should do. He should be recalled or impeached just for being completely insane. But that's different from making a mistake. Now, Anthony Weiner, all he did was make a mistake. He shouldn't have had to resign over it. But now Anthony Weiner, as far as I know, that's as far as I know. That's going by the information I have right now. You know, I don't know that he's done anything criminal or done anything that's that serious anyway. So, yeah, Anthony Weiner, he should run in the special election to replace himself. I'd much rather have, who would you rather have as your congressman? Who would you rather have as your congressperson? Anthony Weiner or Jeff Davis? Who? Now, which one would you rather have? Now, that's a pretty easy question to answer, right? But now, see, the media, they expect Anthony Weiner to not be human. They're surprised that a member of Congress is human. They think members of Congress are just machines. They're like puppets. They think that congressmen are just puppets or plastic dolls that do not have any anatomical features. That's what the media must have thought. They must have thought that the members of Congress are just images on a TV screen or plastic dolls with nothing down there. That's what they must have thought. They think members of Congress, they must have thought that members of Congress do not have any genitalia, or that they do not have sex, or that they do not think about sex, or that they do not wear underpants. They must have thought that. They must think members of Congress do not wear any underpants or underwear. I bet they even think that members of Congress do not even go to the bathroom. I bet that they would be surprised to find that the halls of Congress actually have restrooms. Since they probably think congressmen are just puppets. Like Cookie Monster or something, who never goes to the bathroom and doesn't have any genitalia. They probably think members of Congress just walk around going, "Hi, me want cookie." And that they have no sexual aspects at all. And that there's nothing, and that they do not have any private areas. But seriously, they must really think that if they expect members of Congress to not do the things they do. But on the other hand, it's sort of a double standard. See, Republican members can get away with this stuff in the media. See, I mean, the media allows Republican members to get away with all kinds of stuff, but they don't allow Democratic members to get away with anything. isn't that a double standard? Now, take David Vitter for instance. David Vitter, he has a diaper fetish, but he gets away with that. But they expect Anthony. Now see, David Vitter has a diaper fetish, or Scott Records Brown up in Massachusetts. He posed nude in Cosmopolitan once, but they don't ask him to resign. Shouldn't they ask him to resign for? If Anthony Weiner has to resign, shouldn't Scott Records Brown have to resign for posing nude in Cosmopolitan magazine? He did. He posed nude in Cosmo, but they don't want him. They don't ask him to resign. Isn't that a double standard? Why is there such a double standard? And I'm sure that many members of Congress, I'm sure that a vast majority of members of Congress have had sex at some point in their lives, unless they're all 40-year-old virgins or something. So shouldn't they all have to resign too? I mean, it's only human that people will have sex. So, how about this? How about if every member of Congress, every current member of Congress just resigns right now? How about that? How about that? So, we'd probably be better off if they did. I mean, sure, we'd lose, if every member of Congress resigned right now, sure, we'd lose the good members, but we'd probably lose a lot more bad members. So the odds are they'll be replaced by somebody better. So we come out better that way. So, so yeah, I mean, this is like back when Cincinnati, like back when Hamilton County in Cincinnati, they used to go after art museums and stuff, and prosecute art museums and things like that for explicit artworks, or they would prosecute bookstores for selling dirty magazines and things like that. It's like, because everybody knows that people in Cincinnati don't have sex, right? Or so they tried to make it sound. They just thought the entire city of Cincinnati was just 400,000 puppets, or plastic dolls, or mannequins or something. That must have been what they thought. I guess prosecutors and sheriffs and stuff were very, very naive. I guess they really thought that. They must have really thought that. But see, but members of Congress are human. So I think at this point, what ought to happen, now that Anthony Weiner resigned, I think he ought to run in the special election to replace himself. And I'm not even the first person who's advocated this. I think he should run in the special election to replace himself. And if they try redistricting him out of his seat, they can't do that because New York is supposed to lose seats, but because of the population trends, they're supposed to be in the upstate, not in New York City where he lives. So they're going to run into serious constitutional problems if they try redistricting him out of his seat. And besides that, the Republicans pretty much maxed out last time after the 2000 census when they redistricted then. So you can't possibly argue that he can lose his seat without touching off a constitutional crisis. See, I mean, I pay attention to that stuff. I pay more attention to that stuff than I do to his other exploits. I mean, I watch the census figures. I keep a very close eye on that. So you cannot fool the great Royal Tim.